Sorry.
The way you double in the question, because I say when I move from here, I'll free. You don't say when I move from here, I'll free. You say one talk again. I wanted to mean it whole talk clear to you, but you double in the question. Hi, not looking, hi, looking, hi, looking. Then you want force and no more word there again. Why not be looking to the top? I'm not going to talk again. And said they call me to the office. I go explain.
I think it's going to me that you come to get fair. You say you carry the tea to the man. After you carry the tea to the man, you come now. So what next now?
And for me, I'll not fair.
Nobody, you getting fair. You say ask me too much question. Hey, there's me things. Say make your egg and bread. You bring it. Okay, sorry. Now I say sorry now. Okay, sorry.
If you
okay, I will not ask you the question again. Okay, sorry.
When I give you answer now, then you.
Okay. Explain again. I'm not asking you no more question again. Okay, let's go ahead now.
Go to school. The English say I need the English.
Okay, sorry. Now I say sorry now. Sorry.
See, Ali, you take that. You take that.
I'm taking time. Okay, sorry. Okay.
Say I can take time to
explain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Himself. So when you passing around, oh, cause that this, cause that. Where were you when I raised him money left and right to feed him and fly him from hospital to hospital? Where were you all sitting there talking nonsense? Talking about cause I ain't got no integrity. I didn't have integrity when I was feeding Joseph Boakai, your God. Bunch of ungrateful people. Have you heard Joseph Boakai deny that?
He said the president problem is the most corrupt. Okay. All right, we're coming to anything you want to say for now before we leave you. Thank you so much.
You know, see, because some of the rest of the corner, so the rest of our corner, they do our own day. And they tell the other police, they tell the one do our corner out advance. You can't actually for it. Tell it to forget about your calling by it. Okay, bye.
Hello.
Eric?
Yeah, man.
My son, you made mistake.
What?
I heard you last night, me and Kun indeed to move Kufa. Absolutely, after the whole election, and in my corner. If you hear my preaching most Sunday, you will conclude that I'm right. But will you rescue as a nomenclature after winning? The broadcaster don't even answer my phone. They don't pick me up. They don't lay me down. They don't even have time.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't talk. Yeah, I don't talk because God knows why it's happening. And everything I will accept it because our son Kun is vice president to him from Nimba. The Nimba people will not understand if I start hating on Boyka. The Senate got a trap of Boyka. When we have wrote, the Senate did a comprehensive report of their findings and attached the Supreme Court ruling and the amnesty law and everything. And the position statement for those commissioners who decided from Brother to where and said the way forward is the Panama House discussion for peace. Then when Boyka come now, he is deceived by coming there, by the Dillon there, Nombi there, and he now where he's just thinking all kind of way Boyka, all kind of thing. He want to go after people. Then, you know, the CDC still control the lower house, the upper house. So they went some kind of way, some kind of thing they did, Bagati thing, they did a resolution that passed because of money crossing.
Yeah.
Then they sent it to the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
Then something happened. Wow. All of them almost signed to Yombi House. Then they brought it that Tuesday morning. They didn't tell me they had it for me. Oh. Then when I heard what was happening, it was remain 2 persons to sign. That was me, that was Bani, Jim Bani. That's when I went to Kun. I said, what is going on? You were here when we had sent paper. And you were here with our own leadership. And we sent the report with all documents, legal documents, to guide where. Then Burger benefited from the 2010 decision by the Supreme Court to be involved in the election in 2011 because he was not wrong with Ellen.
You're right.
He benefited.
You're right.
Then after serving our Bible for 12 years now, he's now president now. We finished campaign for that kind of old man, then he wants to persecute us. He doesn't want to persecute us. So what is going on with Kun? Then Kun said, well, what I will do for you is to help you with lawyer. Your partner said, go look for lawyer. So from Kun offered, my own son offered that I went and signed a resolution. I managed to tell why y'all did this. You know what they told me?
No.
Resolution is not a law. So signing the resolution, I mean, we agree. Bring it now. When Burger send a bill, they will not put all the law they put in now and back it.
I called you Rescue One. Do you think I really believe that at 80 years old you would be able to rescue this country? We embellished it. You know, when you are a sales representative, when you are a salesperson, you're selling a commodity or a product, your job is to embellish that still issues that we're concerned about. But we're not here to give you power so that you're making it sound all decent and professional. I said, well, made a fun of promising God in too deep. We were in too deep. And so what did I do?
Filled with a profound sense of gratitude and humility. It has been an honor and a privilege to
when you elect a clown and you think that he will be a king, what he does is to convert the kingdom into a circus. This is what we must deal with, and this is what we must say. Who do we elect into our public offices? Because, as I've said before, when you allow hyenas to take care of goats, why should you be surprised when the goats are eaten? This is the same. And Africa is only going to realize our potential in all areas when, by dint of choice, we enable and allow our best men and women to serve in different areas. I've heard it being said about Lee Kuan Yew in Singapore. I've heard it being suggested about Mahathir Mohamad in Malaysia. I've heard it being said about Japan. I've heard it being said about other countries, but there was a conscious decision on the part of those individuals and the followership. We always talk about leaders, but we never talk about the followers. The followers must also style up. Africans on average are for some reason attracted to thieves. Africans are for some reason attracted to men and women who cannot serve her. And when they are not served, then they complain. When Africans are told, choose you now whom we shall release, Jesus of Nazareth or Barabbas, they say, release Barabbas. And when Barabbas behaves like Barabbas, they say, why are you not behaving like Christ? It cannot be done.
In May of 2001, signed a second of two executive orders, number 13213, Defense Exhibit D310, in which it was stated, and I quote, the government of Liberia's complicity in the RUF's illicit trade in diamonds and its other forms of support for the RUF are direct challenges to the United States foreign policy objectives.
My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up from your slumber, stop sleeping. Whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your. Come on, come on, come on. I know y'all sleeping now. Y'all gotta whip us more, yeah? Okay, let's go. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. So much. I said, they lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us.
And a young man said to me yesterday, the Big Brother Austin, there's a portion in that song
With the promises that led us to
that sounds comical to me.
with that speech they preach indeed, and now you need it.
He said the portion of the song that says,
Frustrated.
the people fool us.
So why did you lie? Why did you steal? Why did you?
I said, my young man, that's music.
We just tell you that why we vote tell you. But you fool.
Forget the age, but the politicians have the way of using their rhetorics
So why?
to fool the people, to mislead the people
Why? But now the question.
into making the wrong decision or the wrong choices, even in the face of all of us
People fool us,
who will continue to stand or who stood the test of time,
betray us, betray us.
who wore bravery
I said they lie.
and say, hey, do not try it.
The people fool us, the people lie to us,
And I said, no, we will not listen.
betray us.
We will go on the other side.
No
And then we said, but even if you decide to go on the other side and the other side decides to misbehave or underperform,
So where
we will not give up.
goes
We will continue to stand up to those who desire to oppress
people tired with
our people.
they tired. You see the reason why we ask why the government betray. They have enough for time, but yeah, then instead they delay.
You know, Dante Alighieri said,
People crying.
the darkest places in hell
Your intention.
are reserved for those of you who maintain their neutrality.
So
Those of you who will maintain your neutrality
why?
in terms of moral crisis.
They lie. The people fool us. Speech they preach indeed, and now you need the
Yes, I know you didn't get that.
thing we
I'll repeat it.
have.
The darkest places in hell
You speak.
are reserved. Now you going to hell already. Oh.
Tell you.
The darkest places in hell are reserved for those who maintain their neutrality in terms of moral crisis.
So why?
And so I know somebody wants to ask Austin,
Why? But
are we experiencing a crisis of moral crisis in our country? Yes, I think Liberia is experiencing moral crisis. And all of you who will choose to live in silence, to say, oh, my henna is out, let the people do that thing. Oh, I'm not a politician. You are playing neutral role.
the people laugh to us.
Dante Alighieri says, those of you who are playing neutral role in these moral crisis,
No one control.
in these times of moral crisis,
Want to hope.
the darkest place in hell are reserved for you.
Where are the schools?
That's where you're going when you die tomorrow.
Where are the jobs that they say they go help?
Let me say a very, very pleasant good evening to all of you across the country.
Wretched.
A good morning, good afternoon, good evening to those of you in the diaspora,
They have enough for them.
our friends, our fans, our followers, our critics, and even those of you who do not like the things we say and the way we say them. It's good to have all of you joining us tonight on the show. Today is Thursday, the 26th day of March. Oh,
Miss you.
did I say March?
I want.
The 26th day of June, 2025.
The people who was.
And yes, today was a politically
The government.
complicated day, an interesting moment in our country. As ex-officials, former officials of the CDC government have been arrested and incarcerated at the Morovia Central Prison.
People laugh.
There are multiple accounts why they were incarcerated. One account has it that the judge
They go knock the
of criminal custody was nowhere to be found to review and approve their bill or their bond. Another account has it that they could not meet their bond at the time. Another person asked, why was the rush? Well, it was just after, it was just around 11, 12. Why was the rush to send them to the Morovia Central Prison? All of these many questions have answers right here tonight on the show.
So what
This is Freedom Hard Talk.
does you speak?
This is Freedom FM. This is 87.9.
Tell you.
This is your only political fellowship on radio at about this time. Yeah, we talk the hard issues. We do the hard and strong analysis without fear. We do not favor anybody here. What we go for is the truth and nothing but the truth. This show is proudly sponsored by Crime Stopper Liberia of Omen Sam Sion. And it's in partnership with Yanjing Beer. I have not tasted that beer before. I don't intend to taste it, but if it need be, I may taste it. So shortly we'll take a break from our sponsor, Crime Stopper Liberia of OMSM Sion and Yanjing Beer. When we come back, we recognize all of you who've joined us tonight on the show via Facebook, but share the live and invite others to follow the show. Oh, I mean, you don't play. Crime Stopper Liberia. Where you? Crime Stopper.
It's about musical. There are crimes in many places, in every community, you know. You can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hand for the real authority. Tell it can't take your law. Crime Stopper here for us. Bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor. If you see a you must talk it. I mean you check. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Sion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Young TT to Deja. Introducing Yanjing Beer from Beijing, the newest sensation in town. Yanjing Beer is so smooth and light. You can drink it, wake up in that morning, feeling very energized. And you wicked boy, the woman will be very happy. No headache, no eye spinning. And the Yanjing Beer bottle, it got a special way it can open. Nobody will ever use you for the opener again. Very easy. Yanjing Beer can be found wholesale or retail at Sir Exeter and Jungle Water, and also in supermarkets or bars around you. Reward yourself by drinking Yanjing Beer, and trust me, you will be ready to go.
Okay. You'll be ready to go. They say we should try Yanjing Beer. And we will be ready to go. Ready to go where? I need to find Spadex and asking ready to go where. But a lot of things happen. On today, we will try our best. But trust me, tonight I don't intend to talk much. I don't know what you think, but I don't intend to talk much. I don't know what you think. You're listening and those of you watching. I think I want you to talk. And I think we're all going to talk together. And so tonight, you will set the basis for our conversation, our buttress, and then we will move into our discussion. After our buttress, and then we will But we want to gauge your opinions tonight on what do you make of all of these suspension across around the place. In some cases, arrest and incarceration of former officials of government and all of that, and suspension of current officials of the government. Yeah, let's talk. I know you. Yeah. So let's talk. But let's go to our Facebook page. Somebody sent there, my man. Our responsibility. He said, my man, our responsibility is to listen. Your role is to talk. Our role is to listen. Please don't shift your role to us. We play our role by listening. Please play your role by talking. James Coyle. He said, my man, play your role. Your role is to talk. Our role is to listen. Don't shift it. So talk. We will listen. Okay, no problem. We'll talk. You'll listen. Yeah. Okay, so let's welcome all of you who've joined us tonight on the show. I see a lot of you are joining the show tonight, commenting on our live. But please, you have to also share the show for others to follow. Don't be mean. Don't be selfish. With information, Mohammed, Ali Bagayoko, Venetia's Junior Bar, Opa Hammer, Odell Gibson, the pre-birthday woman. Welcome to the show. I will not be here to wish you happy birthday tomorrow, happy pre-birthday tomorrow, and I will not be here on Saturday to wish you happy birthday. So, happy birthday to you, happy pre-birthday to you, Odell Gibson. Agatha Glasgow, welcome to the show. Mata, welcome to the show. Benjamin Bass, welcome to the show. James Lame, Matthew Ndoba, welcome to the show from Babulu County and Dayton Page. From Nizo, CDC Pape Success Keita is following the show tonight as well. From Dupont Road, Tommy Johnson is following as well. Musa Sharif, Stevie Nangbe, welcome to the show, all of you. Philip Flomo, Anna Taylor, welcome to the show. Emmanuel Bro, Maxwell Kennedy, I hope that's the name. Otu Nehemiah Slay, all of you are joining the show tonight. Moba Besa Peter Wonde, Greatness Chi, Moses Laki, welcome to the show. Ma Esther Song, Piwi Wompoe, welcome to the show. Doris Cooper, Dubon Hill, J Something, Carney, sorry. Louis Bro is also joining tonight. Chris Sherman is following tonight from Ben and Stop. So let me read something for you. Outside of politics, folks. And again, it's good to have all of you joining you. Hope you will share the live and invite others to follow, so we can have more people following us. So I came across a post from a famous Liberian. Sorry, I will say a famous Liberian, a famous journalist, post journalist. Where is this screenshot? Highlighting Ronaldo's contract, Cristiano Ronaldo's contract, and I find it so interesting. I said, no, they will have to share with my audience tonight. Imagine this man is playing football at age 40. And Fabrizio says, details of Cristiano Ronaldo's new contract at Al Nassr reported by The Sun. The Sun is a sport newspaper. This is the main money I can call. The main money. The main contract, the main sign a new contract that will see him stay at Al Nassr up to 2027. Until 2027. And the contract is worth its value every year. Every year, the club says she will pay Cristiano Ronaldo $178 million US. Cristiano Ronaldo will make $178 million a year on his new contract. and he's going to stay there up to until 2027. Yeah, Jesus. 178 million a year. Not just that. He's going to make 3.4 million a week. 3.4 million euros a week. A week. We are soon Friday reach Saturday. 3.4 million. 3.4 million. I remember money. Besides that, the club is offering he's going to have 15% ownership of the club. And the value, the financial value for that ownership is around 33 million euros. Yeah. The financial value for his 15% ownership in the club is at 33 million euros. The club says Cristiano Ronaldo is going to earn 24.5 million as a signing bonus to sign the contract. They say, yeah, thank you for signing. Oh, Cristiano Ronaldo, how you doing, man? Thank you for signing, man. Bah! Handshake. Thank you for signing. That bonus, that's why he's currently being paid 24.5 million signing bonus. But guess what? The club is going to increase that amount to 38 million. His signature bonus is 38 million. If you just say Asan, 38 million. Not that. See, Ronaldo will earn 80,000 euro as bonus per goal. His 80,000 bonus per goal has been increased by 20% in the second year. So if he sang, it means they will pay him 80,000 per goal in the first year. In the second year, there will be a 20% increment. They pay him 80,000 per goal. Now, 40,000 euro bonus per assist. And that amount will increase in the second year, will increase by 20% in the second year. So every assist Cristiano Ronaldo gives, he earns 40,000. Every assist, every time he assists, he passes football. He earns 40,000. And in the second year of his contract, that's going to increase by 20%. Not just that. See Ronaldo, the club say 8 million bonus if Al Nassr wins the Saudi Pro League. So if the club wins the league, see Ronaldo will earn 8 million. 4 million bonus if he wins the Saudi Pro League Golden Boot. So if he becomes the highest goal scorer in the Saudi League, he's going to earn $4 million. 6.5 million bonus if Al Nassr qualify for the Asian Champions League and win it. 6.5 million if the club qualify for the Asian Champions League and win it. 4 million worth of private jet expenses covered by Anna. 4 million worth of private jet expenses covered by Al Nassr. 60 million worth of sponsorship deals promised by Al Nassr with new Saudi companies and companies in the Asian market. And then the last one is that they're going to offer him 16 persons, staff, 16 people working full time for him, including 3 drivers, 4 housekeepers, 2 chefs, 3 gardeners, and 4 security people. There you go. Why I go do management and journalism? Management and journalism. Why I not go do? I should pay attention to my football career. I'm a very good football player, folks. Those who have seen me play and those who know me, I'm a very good football. At this age, I still play good football. And you know, the last captain me I should have even play for Babulu, but I'm sorry, Bomi, but I said no, man. Yeah, let's forget it. But I'm a very good football player. I should pay attention to my football career. My mom that who refused to allow me to play football, she died. Oh my dad, but you not play football. I don't play football. I was school. There, yeah. Hey, Jesus. Boy, I got money. But anyway, let's move on. Let's talk politics. Let's talk politics. Because everything in the country now is politics. But somebody sent me a video today from the government. It's an insider. I want to play this video. It's an insider. The person sent me this video about the guy from the Bureau of State-Owned Enterprise. Bureau of State Enterprise, sorry. And he said, Austin, this video has been discussed or is being discussed in high places. He said, this is the video that put Arthur Massaquoi into trouble with the folks from the state-owned enterprises. And he placed emphasis on Amos Toe and Sekou Dukle. He said, the head of the Bureau of State Enterprise made an appearance at the Ministry of Information regular press briefing and exposed the Bureau of State-Owned Enterprise, the Bureau of State-Owned Enterprises. And they used their influence, they didn't like it, and they started fighting him. And he sent me the video that he said was discussed in their circle at high places. So anyway, hold on. Let me hold on to this conversation. Well, there, yeah. Let me hold on to this conversation. Some told that the House of Representatives has concurred with the Senate, the Liberian Senate, to give autonomous status to the different ports. And we may request today to see a copy of the bill. So lawmaker not even get a bill. Can you imagine? Imagine lawmaker telling me, say, my man, get a copy of that bill. Can you imagine? So so if he had copy, I could have drove to him and take the pictures, okay, or photocopy. The lawmaker is telling me that he didn't have or he does not have copy of the bill. Folks, look, we'll talk the politics. But I thought we'll start the show with this. Because I said, I've committed myself that I'm not going to let go the legislature off my conversation here. That place should be a place for people who can read and write, people who are responsible. A lawmaker said, I get a copy of that bill. But when a bill is introduced in the House, each lawmaker is supposed to, each lawmaker is served is a copy of the bill before it is even discussed, before the bill is even introduced on the floor by the sponsor and co-sponsors. A copy is served to all lawmakers. How come this lawmaker is telling me, I don't get a copy of the bill? I'm not even seeing that bill. So I didn't get a copy. So what was your input? We're saying we want to give autonomous status to the different ports. Freeport here must stay on its own, Buchanan stay on its own, Harbour stays on its own, and Greenville should stay on its own. Raise our own money, manage our own money, improve or upgrade our own infrastructures.
Retail at Sir Exeter and Tonga Water, and also in super.
For that break. So imagine the lawmakers. The lawmakers do not even have a copy of the bill. Some of them, and you had to discuss making autonomous outputs that will see them raise their own monies, spend their own monies, setting criteria that are supposed to qualify people to serve the put. You're setting a bill that is supposed to sit down and establish an organic grant to say the Buchanan Port must have a manager or a director general or whatsoever, a deputy for administration, a deputy for operations, and you're setting their qualification, everything. Yeah? The bill is establishing or setting their qualification, setting qualification criteria or what is supposed to qualify you to be managing director, deputy for administration, deputy for operations, and it goes down. Because the posts are about to stand on their own. And people who are supposed to be sitting down and debating, arguing, discussing, evaluating, analyzing this document, you're giving financial independence to institutions that never had it before or never thought of having it. And lawmakers say they don't have a copy of the bill. So what was your input? What did you contribute to the conversation, to the debate? Did you get a copy of the bill? That one, before you're the constituents. I will call my own lawmaker tomorrow, or maybe after the show, to ask him for a copy. I'll call Bernard Benson is my lawmaker. I'll call him tomorrow or after the show to ask for a copy. You know, maybe he has a copy. But we need to see the bill so we can come here and inform you. We need a copy of the bill to read it, condense it, analyze it, and come here. We have a conversation about it. Imagine we should have had a conversation about the bill before it was even passed. How long it's been? No lawmaker could have given us copy of the bill. Now it is passed. Still, they say two things. Either they have copy and they don't want to give it because they have something to add, or they actually do not have copy of the bill. But again, this is the Liberia for us. So let's move on. We will achieve what we want to achieve one day. So the former manager of the Port of Buchanan wrote this today. And I found this very interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Charlie, I put in writing, read long thing on Facebook, or you can read all the long thing. I read it. I think I stopped at the 10th. Okay. But it's very long, but it's important and interesting. So let's read what he wrote about the autonomy of the port. I attempted to call into the Spoon FM show today, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to get through. I was eager to provide important context regarding the Buchanan Port Autonomy Bill, a bill that, in my view, deserves the full support of all lawmakers. From the onset, when I heard that a former senator was being appointed as port manager of the Port of Buchanan, I knew it was a step in the right direction. Someone with political experience who undoubtedly recognized the operational lapses and systemic issues facing not just Buchanan, but also other off-station ports under the current centralized model. Yes, the bill may have a few technical flaws, as is the case with most legislations, but overall, the objective is sound and necessary. Granting autonomy to the Port of Buchanan is not just beneficial, it is vital for long-term growth, transparency, and local economic empowerment. One concern raised on the show particularly by Gbapolu Bo Ambula, was that the bill appears to create another regulatory agency. If that is indeed the intention, that section of the bill should be reversed. There's no need to duplicate what already exists. The National Port Authority currently serves dual roles: regulating Liberia's ports and simultaneously managing them. This presents a clear conflict of interest. To my knowledge, NPA is the only institution in Liberia that regulates and manages itself. This is inherently flawed. Therefore, my recommendation is simple. Let NPA continue as the national regulator, but transfer management authority of the 4 outstation posts to local autonomous administrations. This would allow posts like Buchanan to make independent operational decisions, retain a portion of their revenue, and reinvest in their own infrastructure and workforce and contribute hugely to the national budget without micromanagement from Monrovia. Let me provide some first-hand experience to illustrate why autonomy is necessary. In 2020, I was interviewed by Austin Kawa on Freedom FM, where I publicly disclosed that the Port of Buchanan had generated over $6 million that year. Immediately after the broadcast, I received a call from the then managing director of the NPA, who was livid that I had shared that information. That incident confirmed my suspicions. There were deliberate efforts to hide the true financial performance of the port from the public. I still have the official 2020 report showing that Buchanan Port generated over $6 million. So, excuse me. Sorry for that. I still have the official 2020 report showing that Buchanan Port generated over $6 million. So why would NPA want to suppress the information or this information? Because centralized control allows for misuse and misallocation of resources that rightly belong to the people of Liberia. Let's talk about the numbers. Let's talk about the numbers. As of the time I left the Port of Buchanan, there were 125 members, 95% of whom were contractors earning no more than $400 per month. The port manager earns approximately $2,600 after taxes. The deputy manager earns about $1,500 before taxes. The rest of the employees earned below $1,000 per month. The total monthly wage bill for the port is less than $100,000. Less than $100,000, the total wage, including operational costs, everything, the total wage, meaning what they're spending to maintain the port, to run the port, including salaries, everything, $100,000 monthly. Yet, the port generates more than $500,000 a month in revenue. Despite this significant income, the NPA only sends a paltry $3,000 per month to the Port of Buchanan's operational account. This money must be fully accounted for with receipts before a new disbursement is made, sometimes taking up to 3 months. Meanwhile, the port that generates $500,000 a month is left in the dark, sometimes literally because fuel for operations is withheld by the NPA until released at their discretion. This system is inefficient, ineffective, and unjust. Now, let me walk you through how we improved the port's revenue before I left. We introduced equatorial palm oil, constructed storage tanks, and facilitated the export of their first palm and facilitated the export of their first palm oil shipment to Buchanan. We welcome Mira Gas, which imports cooking gas via the port, adding a new revenue stream. We implemented Anchorage. We implemented Anchorage fees for ArcelorMittal, whose ocean-going vessels anchor at sea due to their size. Previously, they were not paying for anchorage at all. We changed that. As a result of these innovations, Buchanan's revenue skyrocketed from US $1 million per year to over $6 million. And I'm hearing now that the cement plant we helped initiate is now fully operational, an indication that revenue has increased even more. But much more can still be done. Dredging is urgently needed. The depth of the port is 9.8 meters, making many vessels unable to berth at the pier. The current pier is only 380 meters long, and nearly half of it is unusable due to the sand build-up. As it stands, the pier cannot host two vessels with a length of over 170 meters. A second pier should be constructed to increase capacity and competitiveness. The port needs its own tow boats. We've been saying it over and over. But our officials, this too hard to listen. That's why we are losing millions to foreigners. Millions, because we don't listen to people, and they see us as critics. They don't see us as partners. They see us as critics, and we're not. Yeah, your own like experience talking. He was there. As it stands, okay, he said the port needs its own tugboats. Currently, we rely on rented tugboats from Smith Dock, a Liverpool-based company. Can you imagine that? Each time one tugboat is used, the port pays $4,500 per movement. The two tugboats cost $9,000 per movement. In and out. Whenever the boat comes in, you pay the $4,500. The vessel pays $4,500. When it leaves, the vessel pays $4,500. That money Liberia missing at the National Port Authority here. Sekou Dougle took that thing and gave it back to people to foreigners. Let's continue. These are services the Port of Buchanan could provide itself, but instead, Smith Dock continues to benefit due to shady kickback arrangements with NPA officials. Yeah? They still allow the Liverpool man, to run it due to shady kickbacks or kickback arrangements with NPA officials. If tugboat operations alone were reclaimed, the port's revenue would increase by at least 25%. By at least 25%. I'll do the math. 25% of 6 million. Yeah, this is boom, 250,000. In conclusion, this bill is not just about administrative reform. It is about empowering local institutions, enhancing efficiency, driving transparency, and ensuring that the wealth generated by the Port of Buchanan benefits the people of Grand Bassa. I will be posting a part 2 later this week where I will dive deeper into the political resistance for NPA's top brass and further elaborate on why port autonomy is not just a good idea, but a necessary one. Sekou Dougle say the Port Buchanan Port should not get autonomy. Should not get autonomous status. Why? They want to stay there, steal, and corrupt the system. Just like a man and Parfum. Other port managers were there before they left. You came, it's the time to serve. We have to give independence to these institutions that are generating revenues for our country. we have to give them sufficient independence. Imagine a port of beginner that is not dredged, doesn't have its own or turbo or service, nothing at all. It's just depending on exportation and importation. It is generating over $5.8 million US annually. Just imagine if you decide to reclaim your own turbo, the turbo service, and you decide to dredge a port that way, allow bigger and more vessels to berth at the same time. You know how much millions we're talking about? You know how much million we're talking about? And we're sitting here joking and chasing our political friends who are not doing anything to us. They're not stopping you from dredging your port, running your operations, and you say you're chasing them. That's why I say these people are not ready for governance. From all indicators, there are real governance issues that we should be concerned about, that we should be focused on, that we should be concerned with. We are not. We are leaving the real issues and focusing on petty issues. Yeah, I refuse to play that video for a reason. So don't worry. I have the video. We'll play the video. There's a reason why I refuse to play it, but we will still play it. So let's play today. The Civil Law Court upheld the surety bond in the ongoing case involving Fonati Kofa, Dixon Sibo, Abu Kamara, and Jacob Debbie, Tom Edridge, all the other people, John Yanti. But this surety bond was only for the lawmakers. So, judicial reporters are reporting different accounts. So let's see what their own people. We told you we'll be using our people as reference. Some of the causing. So Melvin Jackson, a judicial reporter, writes. He says former House Speaker J. Fonadi Kofa and others' bail bond has been granted by the Stapleton Magistrate of the Monrovia City Court as the criminal appearance bond is guaranteed by sureties who appeared in court and justified the bond's sufficiency and adequacy. Judge L. Ben Bagu said the defendants are all public servants currently serving as representatives at the legislature. He recognizes that the 1986 Constitution of Liberia states a person accused of a crime which is not a capital offense or a grave offense as defined by law has the right to be released on bail upon his or her own personal recognizance. The city court judge added that the sureties are authorized by law to serve as sureties on a criminal appearance bond. Noting that the bond before the court was not an indemnity bond, and coupled with the fact that the defendants are all members of the House of Representatives. I said that day before yesterday. I've been saying that since Monday, right? And I also told you how an experienced lawyer yesterday, right? Judge Bago ruled that the exception to the criminal appearance bond filed by the prosecution is denied and the motion to justify granted, and that the defendants are hereby ordered temporarily released. The clerk of court has been ordered to transmit the minutes of the court to the First Judicial Circuit, Criminal Code A, informing the judge of the decision of the court. We said that yes. No, We are not lawyers, but we read, we research, and we consult with lawyers. So we come, we speak from an informed perspective. Exactly what we said on the show yesterday about the whole bill, the whole argument from the government lawyers, where the Solicitor General ran away from the entire hearing, the entire argument or re-argument. He ran away and sent Bobby Livingston there. Because he knew the re-argument or the motion did not have merit. They were only delaying to allow the police to convince the 4 individuals that are in their custody to accept out of the $50,000 or $75,000 to go and testify against Fonati them. That's all. That's the only reason they were trying to delay the case. And we said to you yesterday that, hey, I said we consulted a lawyer, an experienced lawyer said to me, Kawa, if I were seated in the seat of that judge, 2 things I would do. If I throw the case also, or I hear them and then re-rule or reauthorize. Because these people are sitting lawmakers with 10-year position for 6 years. This man is a former speaker. They have investment. They declare their asset. They may declare assets that worth $3.something million in Liberia. These are all lawmakers. And you're telling me that lawmakers working for 6 years and who have worked, check their work histories. All of them. And you want me to send people to jail because you question them because you don't want that surety bond, or because you don't know where the property is located? This code is not LRA. This code is not LRA. So the lawyer said, Kawa, if I were that judge, I would just reauthorize the people bond. Because if we do not prove that they get property in Bento or Tori, if you are sitting lawmakers, their job is a guarantee all by itself. Their salaries are coming to their accounts. Who paying them? The executive that is prosecuting them. Then if they get a plea and run away, their salary with their salaries. Their properties here, we know their properties. We can all seizure of their properties if they run away. So we got options available to us. The whole court and government knows where Fonati lives, where he owns, where Sipo lives, where he owns. Abu Kamara, he got a big mansion and property looking down there. They are getting 6 years job. Where they coming run away to go? That will be giving the NG. All the lawyer was saying, these men get a BB house in the oil, right? They work all the years. These men get bank accounts. The government got our intelligence, financial intelligence agency, everything. They able to go and even do intelligence surveillance and know how much people got financial, just cash value in the different banks. They can get it. And all the 4 people here, all of them get money in the bank. None of their accounts empty. So, hey, you want me to send these people to jail? The reason why, and this is how the law works, and people say, oh, the poor are always denied justice. Because there are certain contexts people don't understand. Also, Kawai, I mean, you're not working for money, you not get money, you say somebody go sue him for libel. Because he get a bond, he get nobody to bill him, he will go to jail. But if Austin has somebody to bill him, Austin will not go to jail. That's the law. So the underprivileged or the poor people or those who can afford will always go to jail because they can't afford the bond. They can't afford bail. That's the only reason. Not that the system hates them. No, and that happens all around the world. You to release you. We can release you. Just get a bill. If you say, my man, go get a bill, say you. regardless of who you are. Once you bring your bill, that bill will release you. That's the law. But they could not succeed in wasting the court stamp. Now there is something happening. There is something that the police is doing. The police officer, and I'm saying this one on the radio, I'm breaking this one because it is dangerous. The same way lawmakers believe that the Capitol building was burned by Samuel Koga and his people in the majority bloc, and they did it to shift the blame and incriminate Fonati Kofade, and today you see Fonati are being incriminated. That's the same thing they're doing to the George Roosevelt Willie. Just the moment after KOK was an hour in the office, and this call came. Just this evening. It was in the afternoon anyway, because I was before his show. And the fellow said to us, something is happening. We've been noticing strange movement in our community. And if one boy here, the police came for him the other day and carrying him, all the kind of thing. We see him after 2 days he came back. We just see him get money to all kind of thing. He living with the community and thing. He said, but we've been observing since Sunday. Today I'm going to read this for you. Then we'll conclude the story. See what is being reported. This is scary. I read what is being reported first, and I read what the bar. Oh, where is this thing, man? Wait. For the bar association statement. Okay, yeah, is it? Okay. This is it. Okay. LMBA condemns violent attack on George Roosevelt Willie's residence. It's a caption. This story is dated June 26, 2025. And I'm trying to see the author of the story. Okay, story is written by Alfonso Calaman. Alfonso Calaman is the writer of the story. Writer of the story. The Liberia National Bar Association has strongly condemned a violent attack on the home of Criminal Code A resident George Roosevelt Z. Willie, describing it as a direct threat to judicial independence and rule of law in Liberia. In a statement released Thursday, LMBA President Councillor Bonan Vaman, you are talking about judicial independence. It's we're talking when you issue that regular statement. Revealed that on the evening of Wednesday, June 25, a group of unidentified individuals armed with machetes and sticks and riding motorcycles attempted to forcibly enter George Willie's residence. The attackers were repelled only by the swift intervention of armed police officers. According to the NBA, this marks the third such reported attack on George Willie's home. The association also expressed alarm over reports from other judges who have received similar threats and experienced attempted break-ins, including anonymous text messages aimed at intimidating them. The bar labeled these as gangsterism and declared that such behavior has no place in a civilized democratic society. These attacks represent a direct assault on the independence of the judiciary and undermine public confidence in the rule of law. The statement said, calling for immediate action. The LMBA urged the Ministry of Justice and other relevant state security agencies to thoroughly investigate the incident and ensure those responsible are brought to justice. The association also called on the LNBA, or the Liberia National Police, to provide permanent security at the residence of George Whitty and all judges facing similar threats. The bar reminded the government of Liberia of its constitutional and moral obligation to guarantee the safety of judicial officers, particularly those handling high-risk cases. George Whitty must be afforded enhanced protection without delay, the statement emphasized. Now, then I'll conclude the story. So what they have done is that they have gone for these criminals. You know, the police know all of the criminals in the country, the notorious criminals in the country. The police know them. The police know where to get all these notorious criminals. The police know their names, know their phone numbers, and know where they live. So the police is able to go and get these criminals, even in the cell. The ones that are in the cell at the Monrovia Central Prison, the police know where to get them. So they're going to these guys, according to our intel, bringing them outside, identifying the homes of people connected to the case, and asking them to cause a scene. So, yeah, you just go to the gate, they won't forcibly open the gate, and everything, people will be around. Boom, you can go back, you can roam. Well, even if they arrest you, they'll come to the police, we'll release you. We tell the president, say, yeah, we don't want to send people to instill fear and to make it look like Funanti, sending people at George Whitty's house to attack it. So it's a hardcore sensitive security conspiracy against Funanti them. The same way they conspire, they went and pay people, Samako Garden went and burn out Capitol building. Today, they are incriminating Funanti them. That's the same way, the same thing they want to do. Now that they know that the case is going up, it's going back to George Roosevelt Whitty, and they know that Roosevelt Whitty is a no-nonsense lawyer or a no-nonsense judge. They're trying to delay scare tactics. Oh, Roosevelt Whitty, the state prosecuting Funanti case going to raise George Whitty. Now they want to attack, they're attacking the man who. That's the message they want to send out there. Don't be fooled, don't be carried. The attack on George Roosevelt Whitty's home is orchestrated by the state, by the government, and you need to know. And I'm saying this tonight to all of you, including the very Funanti cover man and this people that are too high men in our own case today. In our own case, the two crew men are two. Those are the two high men. They get 13 serious from people telling, hey, I can't talk on the radio. They get 13 serious until they see it before them. So I'm telling you, and I know one some of you are listening. They see Sibo and Funanti, those two cool men. They can't listen to them. They can't listen until someone push them, or they say push come to shove. The government, the state is the one sponsoring those people, according to our sources. So that's not the first time Roosevelt Whitty are complaining about attack against his home. Not the first time. Even I think the Gloria Musu Scott case, he complained. When they were about to hand down the ruling, he complained. So the judge needs to be protected. And if it is possible for Funanti and his team to deploy a counter, I know it's difficult and it will be expensive, but anything they can do to ensure that they deploy a counter or parallel or security team network in that facility, it will be necessary. That the police doing nothing. And I'm telling you, look, the people that are in are no bad men in the police. They can think bad things and do bad. So bad things can come to their heads. Their hairs are, just booming or blooming with terrible plans, bad things. So you don't take this thing lightly. It's a plot. It's a conspiracy by the state, being spearheaded by the police to cause a scene at Roosevelt Woody's house and make it look like, oh, yeah, the kids go to the judge, then you see what they're doing now. They go, if you bring the capital baby, they go and attack the man who made you. They send the criminals to attack the man. They want to intimidate the man. Hey, nobody want to intimidate Judge Woody. That the government doing nothing, the state doing nothing. And the U.S. embassy near here, European Union, all of you need to listen to these things when we're telling you these things. We've never said anything on the radio beyond these microphones that do not or did not turn out to be true. We are always in the business of raising early alarm. When we raise alarm, I don't know, it's in the DNA of CDC people that they don't take things serious from people. You know, we're 2020, remember doing the special election for 2019. The first election was political we and they don't. The men brought hackers, Ghanaian hackers in the country. We raised the alarm. They were arming with that place. Belekasa. They didn't listen. CDC people did not listen. The 2020 by-election, they brought the people back. The people were here, they brought them back to hack the system. And they succeeded and they don't won the election. They didn't stop. They brought those people back here in 2023. And what we did, we were elected again, and we said more than 2 weeks we were crying on the radio. Oh, you people, they brought the people here. I still got a post on Facebook. You people were angry with me, they were cursing me. They had to relocate from Golden Key Hotel. Because CDC people are not listening, I had to go to Facebook and post. And I posted on Facebook, calling on Patrick Sulu to send police officers at Golden Key Hotel now. UP men got vet start cursing me. That's how they relocated those hackers and people from down there. They said the government was inciting the government to go and attack that war room. What thing they were doing that? But no Ghanaian hackers. What happened at the end of the day? They say they sent for phones and things from Ghana. Where were the people arrested? In the southeast. And when the people were arrested, they did not even investigate them, nor did they prosecute them. What did they? They said they sent them back to Ghana without investigation. CDC people. They can't take serious things serious. I'm saying this today because they won't happen to George Woody. They will not listen. They will not listen. They will not take it serious until they will go arrest one sedition. And bring and say, yeah, that men are sedition. They're seditions. You see, they go arrest and they go arrest 3-4 persons. They bring in and say, these are people who are accused of attacking George Roosevelt Woody's home. And you will see evidence to prove that they are seditions in a CDC t-shirt on Facebook. You will see evidence. You say, oh, you see it? They won't attack the judge because the case go to the judge. Then it's late for the CDC to repair any damage or neutralize any threat. Then it becomes late for the CDC to neutralize or for COFADEM to neutralize any threat. So I'm saying this one tonight on the radio. It is a conspiracy for the state security. That whole attack on George Woody's home is orchestrated by the state security. You raise the first alarm. Oh, attack on George Woody's home. Because they want to undermine the case. They're still struggling to make the case, to force the case to be political. The next thing you may hear that the police has arrested 3 or 4 persons in connection to the attack on Roosevelt home. They finish giving them $500 or $5,000 or $2,000. Say, my mayor to arrest you. I didn't find out a sedition. Your mayor to arrest you. Okay, $2K. Okay, it's like you attack the home. Your mayor say, yo, yeah, people saying your feeling will release you. Then you undermine the independence of the case. And what the government doing? It's a state-sponsored conspiracy. So you don't just say now and say, oh yeah, the case is legal. The case is not legal case, though. Nothing legal about it. The only thing is, it's in a court. But it is a 100% political case. In short, the government is after political opponents. Finish. They're not legal deal. So the state now is orchestrating conspiracy to implicate or incriminate the defendants, and send a message out there that because the first thing, but are they still prosecuting Kufade now? And they are being prosecuted for alleged burning, capital burning. How can as soon as the case go to George Woody, men on motorbike with machetes, go attack the men home? And who told the other men are BB men, they get money. Do you want the judge to hear the case? They want to intimidate the judge. Then the message go out. Before that message goes out, I am telling you tonight that my information, my source is reliable. It is a state-sponsored attack against George Wilson. I don't even want to call it attack. It was just a scene created. It was a scene created. Ask the question, when did the attack take place? Yesterday. What time? People are in the community. They say police arrived swiftly. Where are the police? This unsophisticated police. Where did the police come from? Is it they arrived swiftly? Who called the police? Because the police don't patrol in this country. In our country, we don't have police patrolling in the communities. So the police came in swiftly. How they came in swiftly? Were they called? Who called them? Where were the person that called them? Where were the person or the persons that called them? Where were the persons who called them? Or the police just like coincidentally just arrive in the community and to repair or stop? See the people on motorbike. How many were they? They were having machete. Who saw it? Because of somebody to be on motorbike and see that 2-3 persons on motorbike having collars and stake. Where were the people? When those people should come and testify. Those are the people that should be arrested first. The fact that they say they saw people on motorbike, they had stake. Whose account? Who account is that? Who we getting the point? Who account is that? Who account is the bar association quoting that they saw people on motorbike and the people have machetes or cutlasses and they also have sticks. That who saw them would need that person that saw them. The state need to produce that person that saw them on motorbike with machete. Because the bar association is quoting somebody. Said they were on motorbike at the main house trying to force the gate. Trying to force their way in the house. Who saw them? Who account is that? Your telephone or test or call their call the Sibo Kofi Abu Kamal and Jacob David and they don't listen, let them listen to them. Because I'm not calling them on the matter. Who account is that? Is the bar association quoting? They need to come for investigation. Where did the police come from? So the police came and they could not pursue the people on motorbike. The police went there. The police did not arrest anybody. The police did not pursue the criminal because the bar association is telling us that it is because of the swift arrival of the police. The guys fled the scene. So the police did not pursue them. Nobody in the community to run behind them, to cause loss, someone to cause loss. Folks, we are not stupid in this country. I always say to you, some of us, we are young or maybe young in age, but our experience is huge because we've been around for long. We started 18 years at 15 years old. We were 15, we're already actively involved into national politics. Yes. We were 15 and already actively involved into national politics. We're already interacting with stakeholders, key political actors, including political leaders at age 15. So we've been around for long. We've seen a lot of things. We know a lot of things. We understand a lot of things. This is a state-sponsored conspiracy to incriminate, further incriminate, or linked them to question to make it look like they're trying to intimidate. That's the message they want to send out. Oh, the people intimidating the judge. Oh, they want to intimidate the judge. But we are here to ask the hard question. Who saw the people on the motorbike forcing their way into George Woody's house? What time was it? All of these accounts are absent or excluded from a lawyer's statement, press release. What time was it? How many were there on the back? They have machetes and sticks. Who saw the machetes? Who saw it? That we won't know the person that saw them and they saw machete in somebody on that motorbike. We won't know that person. And we must all pressure the Bar Association to help us to identify that person. We must all help. We must pressure the Bar Association. We need further information, explanation from the bar. How come George Woody's home is attacked and no media institution got the information? Nothing at all. No community leadership. Nothing spoke about it. No community leadership said anything about it. Just nothing is being said about it. Only the Bar Association will call a press conference and issue a press statement. Only the bar will issue a press statement. The very bar who was paid $30,000 US to issue a statement in favor of the government and against the ruling of the Supreme Court. This is the very bar that is again being used to issue a press statement, raising the alarm that people are on motorbike and want to George Roosevelt Woody's house to attack. It is a very bad. The Bar Association on the border is already a party to the case. People went on motorbike to invade the home of George Roosevelt Woody. He said police arrived on the scene swiftly. People invading the home because if you read the press release, there was physical contact, or there were physical contacts on the property, because he said they tried to forcibly enter the property. So there were physical contacts made on the home, on the premises of the judge. For people on motorbike to make physical contact or to attempt to forcibly enter home, it means they were not on the motorbike anymore. It means they are disembarked the back. So how can the police arrive swiftly? They start the motorbike way, all the 2-3 minutes join the motor, boom, they go, that the police could not pursue them. What is that African show? The more African show, because the other one, it's sounding like African show to me. People got out from motorbike. They go to somebody else. They trying to forcibly enter the person's home. Then he said, thanks to the police swiftly arrived. So the police swiftly arrived on a scene where men were trying to forcibly invade or enter the home of the judge. All of a sudden, the men just ran back, the motorbike joined the motorbike. All of them joined the motorbike. They pull up. Boo! The police did not have the capacity to chase them. Who was watching the scene when they were trying to forcibly enter the home? Who was watching the scene? Who saw the machetes? Who saw the stakes? Because one may not be having two classes. The police say they may have machetes and a motorbike they were on. They assume that 3 persons were on the motorbike. So one person, the 2 persons have machetes, the other person was rattled. If the 3 of them have machetes, then one person did not get one person did not get down from the back because he had to be on the back beating just in case. So I mean, he didn't get down. If he got down, how did they start the bar? All two of them have machete, or one person has stick. The bar rather has stick. They assume the other two men have cutlasses. So they ran with the cutlasses and the sticks. They didn't drop it. So they didn't drop the cutlasses and the stick. They ran with it. Because they really say cutlasses and sticks. He pluralize them. Cutlasses and sticks. Something is not right about this release, about this whole news. And I am aware. I know that. I know what is not right. And that's what I have said. That's what I have said. We all have to be very careful, extremely careful. I tell you, I said, Liberia is the only country I know on earth where the state security that is supposed to protect you be the one protecting you from harm, from danger. Is the one that they can use to conspire against you and put crime on you. The state security can be used to incriminate you. I am a victim. And I know how many attempts I have survived. I know how many. You know, see what they can be playing on the teenager now. We got all the people in the systems. We got all the people in the system. So we've been around for long. Yeah. So I am a victim. But we survive. The different place, the different plus. You know how many times I've been going after my show time to go, I gotta do different things, eh? Eh? I mean, yeah, we can say something on the radio, but so I know what's up. They will conspire just to have you detained or arrested. Imagine approaching somebody asking for all your car documents, you gave everything to them. There's somebody, but why your lesson play? Oh, why you get scraping mouse? So scraping mouse your lesson play. My man, the car, and the person who stop you walk for even you, and get on motorbike and go and leave the scene. Police may stop you. Ask for your driver lesson. I took my driver lesson. Ask for my car document. I took all the car document. Everything current, up to date. They plate on the car. The man said, you compare the plate with the plate on normal and on the document. Everything corresponding. Then the man asked, the man said, well, what happened with your car plate? Why the car plate are scraping my all on it? Because your car document is a recent document. And recent plate issue, it can be. So I tried to explain to the police officer, the man pulled. He walked away from the scene. I saw him walking slowly. I said, okay, let me park and follow him and talk to him. Just for me to park the vehicle, the policeman lost. He chilled. The man chilled. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about something I was doing morning show. And they were doing inspection at Seaport Bridge. The man gave it. I look at time. 7:15. Seaport Bridge. I can't begin to reach here. I can't reach in town in 15 minutes. It took me more than 5-7 minutes to reach to. But who are you looking for? One short black policeman was ready to the checkpoint. But I saw the man on motorbike general going. I said, but the man parked me and asked for all my documents. Show him my document and he said, I should park the car because the car, the plate car mark on it. The other policeman started laughing. The fire service guy, started laughing. So he identified me. Car, what happened? I said, yeah, what happened? He said, who the officer? And I tried describing the officer, and they knew him, they call his name. I will not call his name because he I reconcile. And there are some things that I know. So that's how I got to know what was going on. And I even got to know where that thing even came from. So look, let me tell you something. All of us who are perceived to be critical people to this government, don't think they may get information. They may know your car lesson plate. They know your car not get played, they know it. They know where you're living. They know where you can go home. So At times we can say that God managing some of us in the prayers you're offering for us. I'm aware that He may know all our activities. They know your vehicle plate, everything. And on Monday, I will break a news about they put this new plan ahead of the July 17 protest. That one I got on recording. The person said, "Record me." The man said, "Record me." They're playing for July 17 protest. I got it on recording. So no, the India part we get anything we want to know in the government, we can know it. Anything we want to know in this government, we can know. So that's what you see for that conspiracy is targeting you to make the public to believe that, to put the public against you, that you guys are paying people to go and attack the judge, to intimidate him. So you don't sit there for your hands, if for you, nothing for you. I finished asking the hard questions. So I just run over this whole thing that happened today. I told I didn't want to have any conversation about what happened today, because I was going to get emotional. And I tried to, I've been undergoing some therapy of recent since I felt sick. So now, so today we saw D. Maxwell Kimaya, and the rate is here. I think it's a 12. The indictment is 12 page. And one lawmaker tested me again. He said, "I don't even have a copy too." I will not call any. I said, "Come on, then I will call any." Yeah, another lawmaker tell me, say, "Okay, yeah, I'll call you." Okay, it's good that a lawmaker said you call him for his input. So I will call him for his input. He said, "I don't even have a copy." Yes. So you see, lawmaker didn't get a copy. Bill, you not get copy. How do you allow a man to? How does a man go to read, research, and make an informed decision? So Master Kimani were arrested yesterday. And all of the different stories. They've asked us to try to tune down the rhetorics about to tune down the rhetorics from the government. And they are prepared, they are waiting, they want to be investigated, and they want us to report about the investigation every step by the way. The wife of former interim president Amos Sawyer, Madam Comfort Sawyer, was also arrested and incarcerated today along with D. Maxwell Kimaya. Madam Mary Brough was also arrested. Henry Williams used to be the head of the Disaster Management Agency, along with other individuals. All their names are here. There are some who were not arrested, but their names are on the rate. And so I'll just read the front page, and then we can see a little, just a little we can see, and then we can take a course. But I can say to you that the country, all is not well. And we've been saying that. So the radio is a 12-page document. So then let's just call the names, that are here. So that's Madam Mary Brough. So it's the Republic of Liberia through the Ministry of Justice, and the assets recovery and property retrieval task force through its chairman, Councillor Edwin Claremonti, plaintiff, and then versus Mary Brough, former Director General, General Services Agency, D. Maxwell Kimaya, former Foreign Minister, Vani Eseli, former Minister of Internal Affairs, Tema Sawyer, who is the wife of Amos Sawyer, former Deputy of Foreign Affairs for Administration, Augustine Tama, and Deputy Director for Operations, Disaster Management Agency, Augustine Colley, Director for Disaster Victims, Disaster Management Agency, Henry O. Williams, former Executive Director, Disaster Management Agency, Edward S. Conner, Employee, Disaster Management Agency, Achifiko Do, Communications Director, Disaster Management Agency, Idris Bility, former GSA Director, Deputy Director for Operations, Mami Davis, Assistant Director, GSA, Momolu Johnson, Deputy Minister of Internal Affairs, Administration, Rosetta L. Bisi Brown Bowa, Logistics Officer, Disaster Management Agency, Wafa Siafa, purported CEO, Group of 77, Evelyn B., Warehouse Manager, and others to be identified of the city of Monrovia, Liberia, are all defendants. And so, their crimes: theft of property, economic sabotage, misuse of public money, property or records, theft, and or illegal disbursement of expenditure of public money, misapplication of entrusted property, abuse of office, and criminal conspiracy. Those are their charges. So they were arrested today, briefly detained at the Monrovia Central Prison, and were later released on bail. So they are out. We don't have any update on the remaining individuals attached to the indictment, whether they will be arrested too anytime soon. And so, but here's what I have to say, folks. I believe that decisive actions must be taken to fight corruption. I believe that any president who will muster the political will first to suspend people or prosecute or arrest and prosecute people, that those are different things and they are complicated matters that require political will firstly. Because that decision you're making. So the fact that, and I'll say this to you, the fact that Mr. Braga and his government can muster that political will to say, hey, so let's suspend these people on allegations of corruption as they are being investigated, that's welcoming. That's welcoming. What is not welcoming is the fact that people will be suspended or the suspension will be selective and the indictment or arrest and indictment will be selective. I'll make a couple of references to you. Emma Glasgow was dismissed from her job, suspended from her job, and later replaced on allegations of corruption. Emma Glasgow has not been investigated. She has not been charged. Nothing has happened to her. And she's home. They only wanted the job. She's home. Rostodin Swakoko Dennis, accused of corruption. What Rostodin is accused of and what she was suspended for, that's economic sabotage. It's equivalent to it. It's equivalent to criminal conspiracy. And criminal conspiracy to commit fraud. It's equivalent to theft of property. It's equivalent to misuse or misapplication of entrusted property. Those are grave crimes that Rostodin Swakoko Dennis of Noka, former president of Noka, is accused of. Mr. Braga only suspended her off the job, and that's it. Everything is fine now. She no longer has a job. You people did not want her there. She can go scot-free. And that's shameful. That's embarrassing. That's injustice. That's partiality. That's being biased. That's where some of us will say, Mr. President, you are being biased in your fight against corruption. You are being selective in the fight against corruption. Rostodin Swakoko Dennis is dismissed on allegation, just allegation. Emma Glasgow dismissed on allegation. Sekou Dougle is at the port. They only have even gone beyond allegation because a whole law firm, an entire law firm in the country wrote the police inspector general. Not just that, a law firm wrote the Inspector General highlighting or cataloging the offenses committed, the fraudulent behavior committed by Sekou Doumbouya. Not just that, Sekou Doumbouya went to China and convinced the Chinese partner of the Chinese man that he duped and beat here to come to Liberia. And according to the Chinese man, he said, Sekou told me that the man in Liberia is mismanaging my money. If you think I'm lying, let go Liberia. The Chinese man said, Sekou carry me Liberia and carry me to one law firm. At the law firm, I can't speak English. I can't understand English. I don't know what happened. After a few hours, he said we should go. We left the law firm. I said I wanted to go see my project, my investment. When I went to the site, I saw everything I paid for, everything I invested, everything my Chinese man requested of me that I sent money here. I saw everything. I saw my water plant. I saw the machines or my equipment. I don't know what a lawsuit against the man, so I went back to China. He said, when I entered China, I read in the news that, oh, I have sued my Chinese partner. I said, no, I'm not aware. I didn't sue. Hey, the whole country, the whole UP say, this does not require an investigation. They said a good thing. Nobody should investigate the man. The police inspector general is sitting on the complaint. An official complaint against a government official is made before you about an investor. Other people in foreign countries listening that even in Liberia to get justice for the police, when you beat me, you can get it. The investor will get harassed, intimidated, duped, and the government official who dupes him will go scot-free, untouched. The police will not call him for anything. In Liberia, that year it can happen. It can happen in our country. Mr. Baka is yet to take action against Sekou Doumbouya. Mr. Baka is suspending Laka boss on allegation of corruption and ongoing investigation. He's suspending Bureau of State Enterprise head on the basis of allegation and ongoing investigation. He is suspending Abdullah Kamara on the basis of GSC report and all of that. He is suspending people. He has suspended 5 persons. 2 from Lakra. On the basis of allegation and ongoing investigation. Sekou Doumbouya. Mr. Baka said he can't touch him. They can't investigate him. Nothing. Multiple complaints against him. Look, for a law firm in your country to write your police inspector general complaining your managing director of the National Port Authority of fraud, and you're thinking that's an ordinary crime? A 6-year government cannot shield Sekou Doumbouya. No. A 6-year government cannot shield him. The government has gone 2 years already. So even if you keep him down for 4 years, he will still be prosecuted. To prosecute him. The fact that a formal complaint is filed against him before the police, and the police say will not hear the case. For refusing to even hear that case, you become a complice to the case. But that's the country we have. So Mr. Baka is selectively suspending people, selectively fighting corruption. Why Emma Glasgow and Roston Swakoko Dennis and Atom Masakwane can be suspended on allegation of corruption, subjected to an investigation, and Sekou Doumbouya cannot be suspended for the same allegation of corruption and subjected to an investigation? You ask Mr. Baka that question. You say we should lead the paper, we should be critical, we can be critical, or we should lead the paper, right? So we're being critical now. You suspended Swakoko Dennis on allegation and subjected her to an investigation. You suspended Emma Glasgow on allegation, subjected her to an investigation. Hey, you suspended other people, MCSS people, and subjected them to investigation. Investigations are ongoing. Sekou Doumbouya, you can't suspend. The first mismanagement came from King John. I was saying King John money. They didn't investigate that money. The controller at the port resigned last year. He didn't spend good 3 months in the post. He resigned, went away and went to America and accused Sekou Doucouré of mismanagement and misapplication of monies at the port. No form of investigation took place. Those allegations still remain active and on the books. West of it all, Councillor Johnny Momo, he and his law firm wrote the police inspector general complaining Sekou Doucouré of duping his client of over $4 million. Hey, man, Joe Barker, you can suspend a man and investigate him. So you suspend Emma Glasgow and suspended Rostodin Dennis, you're not investigating them. You suspended the Atta massacre and all, you say investigation ongoing. You say Sekou Doucouré, we're not taking any action. Selective justice. That's why President Sali did not win a war against corruption, because she was selective. That's why Mr. Weah did not make or could not make significant gain in the fight against corruption, because the same thing were cosmetic about the fight against corruption. That one government, somebody I can say that one in the radio. Were cosmetic about the fight against corruption. So we didn't make significant or strive in the fight against corruption. We did not make significant progress. Joe Barker now is here. He's doing the same thing. The same thing, the same mistakes past leaders made that caused us or deny us from making progress in the fight against corruption are the very mistakes that Joe Barker is making. Yes. He goes, so I would have said, no, I'm not suspending them. Let me be there. That we Emma Glasgow and Rostodin Dennis, I will suspend them, but I will not prosecute them. I will not investigate them. Now, the other massacre, I will suspend them, I will investigate them. What kind of selection is that? One group suspended without any investigation, and you replace them on the job. Another group suspended and being investigated, you now replace them on the job, you appoint people to act in our positions. The other men on the other side, other people on the other side, you say, they want to they're untouchable. I'm not investigating them at all. That's not fight against corruption. The fight against corruption has to be holistic. It has to be holistic. Even Mr. Barker office, the President Barker office, is accused of corruption. Nobody is being investigated. The CSA is having their own issue there. Nobody is being investigated or suspended. The Ministry of Commerce and Industry had issue there. Ami Moda. President Barker suspended Ami Moda and dismissing, in fact, just as I say, Manager reason. Ami Moda accused of buying car, taking car, I gave that bribe. Accused of taking bribe. Ami Moda, the Commerce Minister, accused of taking bribe. Barker said, Manager reason. Moda resign, he goes back to his Bele Casa and other group of company and running a free running around here. He's not criminal. He do nothing wrong. He took car, he took bribe. Say, my man, that bribe did resign. And with admittance, nothing happened to him. They said, Jerry resign. No, Mr. Barker, we don't want resignation. We want resignation or suspension or dismissal along with investigation and prosecution. The criminal justice chain, we have to exhaust it. It has to be exhausted. So when you take the administrative action by suspending people on the job of corruption, you turn them over to the LSCC for investigation. When the LSCC files probable cause, the LSCC draws up an indictment or go to the court for an indictment and proceed with prosecution. In some cases where it requires the police to intervene, to investigate, the police investigates, the police files probable cause, the police charge them, and the police send them to the court for indictment and prosecution. And we follow the prosecution process to make sure that we reach the logical end. The end I'm talking about is verdict. Liberian courts do not have record of issuing verdict in high-profile corruption cases in this country. We don't have record. For the last 19 years, going to 20 years, How many high-profile corruption cases ever any in this country? How many? Very few. We only want people in jail. Our opponents. So you see, Mazaki Maya, they kind of challenge him. Where rest, we got video evidence all around the place. That video evidence all around the place. People then start talking in that case. The people say explain that thing. Say, yeah, thank you, guys. That video evidence. We sell so many things for money, man. That money should be juicy. Yeah. You know, we have video, everything. The whole resting, they just saying that in the phone. All my asking us videos with the people who donated the rest, with the people donating the rest, telling you what it is supposed to be, what is supposed to happen, and everything, where it's supposed to happen, how it's supposed to happen, and how the rest was even managed and used by step by step along with the partners, the donors. The government people again, I'm planner. For them to go do that background investigation, got a strong evidence. Didn't do the Jomo Clamatin with event, with angry self. You take one angry man, putting over asset recovery. And you think you're going to get any serious result from there? All you will get is embarrassment. Yeah, Jomo, you start running around behind people. Go to court and go get bloody nose there again. Group of angry people. You won election. The people who lost the election, they are not angry. They are so calm. 2017, 2018, after inauguration, people started planning protests. They started planning protests. CDC lost election. CDC has not organized one protest in this country. Everybody come. You go to people who are naked in a bar to go arrest them, they can't also born naked. Let me hear you, okay me. You call into court, they can't. Somebody Abidjan, somebody to a camp, he can't. He walk to the court. Nobody running away from you, nobody fighting you. They say everybody giving you the main opposition political parties in the country are all sitting quiet and giving you a chance to govern, to run the country. You're leaving governance and chasing politics. I've been talking my own. Let me talk to Representative Alex Noah. Then they tell us, and then we take calls 0776 104 104 086 500 104. Those are the numbers to call and participate on the show tonight. Let me talk to Representative Alex Noah and Capital Building Bow on Capital Building Bow on unresting. So let me talk to the Sando County representative. My man, don't tell me. I thought you sleeping.
Hello?
I thought you going to bed.
No, I said off.
Oh, we gotta know, man. You're not supposed to sleep at this time. Yeah, you catch it.
What's up?
The first issue is you people say they got problem, you but we'll talk off air.
But you from UAU? If I was school, move from there, right?
But the people reach out to me.
Yeah, let it go to call.
But how's everything, Alex? It's been a while. Yes, but you've not been in the news and things in your corner. What's happening?
You on the radio?
Yeah, you see, I should call you.
What's up, my brother?
I'm okay. But particularly, I mean, this whole autonomy for the polls. Interestingly, you are a former manager for the Port of Sound. So you have an idea. I'm sure you heard me. You heard me read Charlie's SF or opinion about the whole process. What do you think? Exactly. You already passed it.
No, say they pass it and you are staying from here. I stay from here, I did not pass it.
Okay, you didn't vote.
I mean, the historic area, I did not vote. First thing first, we were disenfranchised. Crucial bill of such. We as lawmakers, according to our rules, we should be having a bill in our possession 24 hours prior to the passage or the debate. Now, for some reason that is best known to the proponent and the chairperson, co-chairperson, and whosoever from the whole side, they kept the bill in their phones and in their computers until the day of the session. When we entered session, I insisted as former poll manager and the only poll manager in the country right now in modern day poll administration who went to the United States to learn general poll management administration. I went to the port of Tacoma in Washington State, and I went to the port of Baltimore in Maryland. I stayed 3 months in each of those ports to do general poll management administration. Now, first thing first, and to be truthful to ourselves and the Liberian people, there is no crucial bill in this country that should be passed that the lawmakers should not get access to because of personal feelings and personal interest. Now, we were sent by our people from different counties.
So you don't have copy of the bill.
As you speak, I don't have copy. I see the copies being in the people phone, and then by the time we went to session, they say they were passing it. People who should raise a motion, parliament. Parliamentarily, I mean, somebody who will raise a motion will be recognized by the presiding. By that time, it would have been discussed. Okay, you and KOK say Austin today down there in that meeting. When it comes to the particular issue, you should raise a motion, and then I will recognize you. And that's how it works. Now, the unfortunate part. There are a whole lot of flaws, and that's why this evening I called my friend, brother Charles Digor, and we compared notes. So people were running with child posts thinking that you are backing them. No, child, we're not backing them. And I agree with child back there when he said Buchanan Port. Yes, I agree. Buchanan Port has the capacity, and I can be truthful on that. And the reason is Buchanan Port, with the exception of the locking, with the exception of the general cargo that can go there, they have the infrastructure and they have the BB companies operating there.
So at least they could be placed up for autonomy.
Exactly, and the reason is, given that they can reach the capacity of even taking care of their own salary and everything, they can be the one.
No, what specifically in 1 minute, because we are already out of time. What is your disagreement?
My disagreement is they force all the other ports. In the case of Sano Port, for example, Sano Port is hugely a locking port. With the exception of locking of law going in the port, there is no other infrastructure development that brings in money beside that. For example, when I left the port of Greenville, we had 145 employees, right? Both contractors and employees. Their salary, benefits, and blah, blah, blah was around something like 75 to 100,000.
Annually?
Now, yes. No, monthly.
Monthly, okay.
I left the port now for a little over 1 year, 8 months, 2 years. They put it out that way. They're somewhere around 200 to 200. Some more staff. Now, in the rain season, Sanopo has no activity besides locking. The locking company is not bringing logs in the port to export it. You have nothing going on in the port. Now, there are people who work at the port, they reach the age of being pensioned. They own the MPA pension list for getting something monthly for the services they provided to the Liberian people. You passing a bill for even taking into consideration the security risks. And what is the security risks here? Under the ISPA compliance, and the ISPA is the International Port and Port Security, right? It's an international standard that every port should reach. Now, if you went to the port of Greenville tonight, it's in darkness. There is no navigational aid. Though when you get to the airport, you see those small lights up there to tell you that you're reaching to our airport. It also been instructing posts so that people can know, or the vessel can know that they arrive into a port. Those are things that are lacking. Also, honor the arrangement of the security arrangement in a port activity. You need to have Navy, or in Liberia we call it Coast Guard, patrolling the basin of the territorial border of
So the bill does not address all of that.
No, it did not. It did not. You want to say?
So who provides? What did the bill? What did the bill approve in terms of who provides security for?
No, they said now that Austin turn 18 and you can be on your own. You can take care of a woman. You can take care of the children when you born them. That's what the bill says. It did not give any plan from the parents to put in money that our son, you are 15, and then by 18 you will be on your own, so they get a bank account for him to start from. Now, and the simple way to that, you're not even telling us. Since you pass the bill now, the president say tomorrow, worst case scenario, when you're dividing the variables, there should be a timeline for the transitional time, right?
Yeah, sure.
In every arrangement. So mind you, the MPA, as an MPA, one unit, they credited, they have liability, they have things for other institutions.
Who should have those liabilities?
No, so for example, let's say NTA went into an agreement with Austin Gaba Company, for example, and I just using you because we are the one talking. To take, given that they expected money to come from 3 to 4 posts, right, to be able to pay Austin. Now you dividing it. Austin on your own. How can Austin pay the money when everybody use it? It's a problem. So the point we were making, and I understand the politics, everybody want to get control, everybody wants to show supremacy, and I understand that. I would have been, for example, I could be happy as a former poll manager that tomorrow, if I'm not represented, I can go back to the poll if my party wins the election to be, the MD of the poll. That, so I should not be against it. I'm against the timing and the way and form in which we're becoming an auxiliary group of the executive. That people feel by the time president wants something, we should just pass it without the acquiescence or the participation of us, colleagues. It's disappointing. And I feel with what have happened, and that's why when you see the pictures or the video on that day, for the first time, I contested heavily that no, this should not happen. We should be able to give our inputs so that our people can know our stand. Also, there is no way that I can pass something, and when I go to district in Sino, those smart young people who are there, mind you now, Sino is one of the high-headed and convoluted counties when it comes to politics in a country. So the young people will be asking me, you passed the autonomy bill. Where are some of the things inside? Myself as a representative, I don't have a copy.
That's why you asked him.
Yes, I see. So that people can know that I'm not part of that. But we can find time.
Sure,
so that we can
I hope you can be available on Monday because I'm taking my break.
Sure.
So we can spend time and talk. We can do
that. We can do that so that our people can understand what is being passed. But I know it's being navigated or maybe expedited by personal interest and some people wants to gain political supremacy. I think it's not in the right direction for now, and I know tomorrow, day after tomorrow, meaning years to come, you will call me on the show and say, say, Sano Port, Maryland Port, Buchanan Port will be used as an entrance to buy sustenance to arms and ammunition because it will take us years to be able to get a sophistication to be able to deter the bad substances.
So they're supposed to be vulnerable to risks.
They will be vulnerable.
Thank you.
I can tell you that. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. Alex is the district number 2 representative in Sando. I hope we never give me a chance to take 3 calls, please. Just 3 calls and then we can go. So 0776 104 104 0886 500 104. I can just squeeze in 3 calls and give you 30 seconds each, and then we can run home for something else. So you'll call me on 0776 104 104 0886 500 104. Let's take this person from here. Hello, good evening to you. Hello. Oh, okay. I still in time to take a few calls. Hello. Hello. What's happening? Okay. Hello. Good evening to you. Oh, am I pushing? Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you for the topic on the discussion and also your past guest. Though you say you're preparing for him, but let me be fair with you. This information, based on me to Dennis, are coming from Peaceville. The information he just gave is a very, very unique one. The entire post system has to do with those posts he just called the saddle pool, and even that of even just talk about the Bassa port, this port, even the Maryland port, those ports, I mean, that you are vulnerable to any danger to our country. So we really need to take seriously to I wish that you can really point on one of your shows.
Sure. You will come here on Monday. You'll be our guest on Monday. Hello, good evening to you.
Okay, how you doing, sir?
I'm okay. Let's hear you. 30 seconds, please.
After thanks for the platform, I'm very important. Don't join it from the
I didn't get your name. Oh, Nima. Pan City. Let's hear you.
Yes, sir. So, I think sometimes we ask ourselves, like I always say, it doesn't behave like someone who has died in our sleep, you want to lay the burden on someone. Because, you don't have a start. You don't fuck corruption with hatred with politics. If all you want to be transparent to the La Branch people, the first people need to be called about surrender greatness. And the time you're not
President.
in that space when you took money for the civil service.
For NASCOM to
NASCOM. Where is Army Muda? What else you took Army Muda for corruption?
Yeah.
Where is Dokupa today? All of those things that you are not putting your promises are over there. Huh? So I'm saying, sometimes we have to wake up the call. I think the opposition and the VC because what all the governments run when the body is distributed through the Canada prison, there is no tracking, there is no written.
Thank you. Hello. Let's hear you. You are our last caller. 30 seconds. I asked for 3 to take 3 calls, and I have to take 3 calls. Let's hear you.
Yeah, this is Mr. Pond line. Because you are doing a nice job. You are one of the best presenters in Liberia. Thank you for what you do.
Thank you so much for also listening. Folks, we have to go. We apologize.
No side chick.
International, baby. They say they want new press, so we gave them the new press, so
but they still crying and hungry. Okay, folks, thanks to all of you for listening tonight. Whether via Facebook or the online radio or the manual radio system, whether it's telephone or the radio we near has a house. And you put on the push and sit down in there.
Come and save us now. Now who come and save us now?
Or whether it's via YouTube, whatever way you listen, it was a pleasure having all of you under my voice tonight. Trust me, we're taking our break for the week and we shall return on Monday. Until then, do have yourselves pleasant moments in your respective areas. My name is Austin Kawa. Bye-bye.
Plenty people they import for